Hey everybody, my name is Leroy.
I'm Leroy Jr.
Welcome back to the B-Boys podcast. We're on episode 2.
Let's go.
Let's go. We didn't even think we were gonna do 1.
Yeah.
And now we're on 2. And to be honest with you, I mean, we went pretty semi-famous on that first one.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
All of 100 people saw that one. So, we'll be giving out autographs as you see us in the community. Just let us know. Well, we're back for another episode. It is 4th of July weekend.
So
we're excited. Pop some fireworks. A little bit of cookout, some tripas, the brisket. We're really excited to get together with family. We're here at the Mayfield Cages. We'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Mayfield for letting us film here. We actually have people that are working out behind us, so you may hear them working out.
Yep.
Slamming that ball with that baseball bat.
Cracking the whip bat.
We're honored to be here for our second episode as we join this whole podcast community, learning how to be podcasters. So what'd you think of the first one?
I liked it a lot. I was kind of nervous in the first one, but I'm starting to get used to the whole podcasting thing now, so I think I should be good though.
Oh, you're ready to go now, right? Now we're professionals, right?
Yeah.
So you can find us at Libriones YouTube. We are live now on YouTube, Facebook. Catch us, send us messages. We'd love to start interviewing people. So we are actually interviewing someone on this episode, 2 people on this episode, and you'll have to wait and see who that's going to be, but we're excited about that. Papo, anything new you want to share with us that happened this week? Any activities you got going on? What's your routine looking like for this weekend and this summer?
Yeah, so far my routine really, it's just been mostly workout stuff. Usually I start my day off, I wake up in the morning.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
I'll get my protein shake in. My dad will make me some breakfast, some eggs, eat that, take a nap. And then from there, once I wake up, start my workout. I go to hit the weight room a little bit. And from there, after that, it's towards the evening now. So I'll just be
on your workouts,
ready.
Slow down a little bit.
Okay,
on your
sorry.
workouts, what are you working on your workouts?
Let me check my phone real quick. I have a schedule on my phone for every day of the week. Yes.
Nice.
Let me check it out.
So these are the different parts of the bodies that you work on? Is that what it is? Different parts?
Yes, sir. So for Monday, I'll do legs. And Tuesday, back and buys. Wednesday, quads and calves. Thursday, chest and tries. Friday, full body / cardio. Saturdays, rest day. And Sundays, shoulders and abs.
Let's go.
So I got everything going.
Awesome. Well, it's good that you're staying busy, you're working out, and getting as much as you can done with self-improvement for the season. So that's really great. We promised our audience we'd be talking about sports.
Yeah.
I know you and I were talking over the weekend and about what was going on in current events. So the big story, Arch Manning.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Arch Manning, bro.
Yeah. This is going good right now. Yeah, I saw some highlights from one of the games, like summer games, right? Yeah, from summer games, and looking like a beast. He had 300 passing yards. He threw some bombs out there. It was amazing.
They did was it defense versus offense?
Yes, the Longhorns defense versus the Longhorns offense. So it was kind of like a scrimmage game, and there was fans in the stadium. It was a real cool thing. 300 some passing yards.
355 passing yards in that game. Tremendous. I'm excited for Arch Manning.
I know, I'm excited too, yeah.
Speaking of quarterbacks, NFL. Shador Sanders.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me, man? They got him on the bottom of the depth chart.
Really?
They're saying that he's going to come up quick, but there's a lot of competition on that quarterback staff. So, what do you think?
It's honestly pretty crazy. I don't know, honestly. But, yeah.
Have you been a Shador Sanders fan?
Kind of, yeah.
I was watching him in Colorado.
Yeah.
What he did with that program. I know that everybody's got something that they want to say about Dion and the way he's showboat, and everybody's always hating on Dion, but they turned that program around over there. So I was real excited about that. I'm real excited that he was the way he got drafted. I wasn't, right? So
yeah,
obviously that
was
bad,
it was
right?
real bad.
It was really bad. They I don't know if they made an example out of him, but he got drafted. So I was excited that he got drafted and he could show what he could do. And so Trevor Hunters.
What did he say?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner?
Yeah, he's looking pretty good.
They're saying he's gonna do really well.
Yeah.
They're saying he's gonna do really, really well. So we're excited about that as far as the NFL. So yeah, we're doing our research. We're working on our podcast and improving what we're doing. I know you have some community events you want to share with everybody.
Yeah, there's been some random baseball camps going on.
We have a list of things that we're going to be sharing so that we stay with everyone on as far as community events, what's going on in our community and what we got going on. So we have put something together that will, a little part of our show at the end of each show, we'll talk a little bit about community events and what's happening. We will be interviewing different people, and hopefully we can reach out to the high school and maybe possibly get our athletic director to come out and share with what they got going on, and some of our community leaders in regards to sports, and maybe share what they have going on as the season and the year progresses. What do you have as far as, we're going to try to put this list somewhere around here or down here on our podcast. So what do you have going on for the summer for everybody?
Basically, there's going to be a random baseball camp coming in soon. So it's going to be incoming 6th graders to incoming 9th graders. So I'll be there probably. It's going to be July 10th through 11th, 9 in the morning to 11 in the morning. It's at the high school practice fields. So that's going to be going on pretty soon. I believe there's one for younger kids, unless it's already gone by.
Yeah, I think so. But that's the baseball camp that's coming up,
yes.
Right? All right. So those are a couple of things that we have coming on. And we hope to be able to be sharing with you guys community stuff. If you know of things that are going on in the community, please email them to me. We'll get them posted on the podcast. Like I said, we hope to be interviewing some more people from the community and in regards to sports, right? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, we will continue with the podcast.
So I was going to say something. Honestly, I forgot to say it, but Clayton Kershaw, the MLB pitcher for the Dodgers, he's reached his 3,000th career strikeout. So wow. he's in the 3,000th list.
Who does he play with?
He plays with the Dodgers. He's a pitcher. He's been a pitcher with the Dodgers ever since he was drafted his whole career. He's up there with, what's his name, Max Scherzer. And the 3,000 strikeout club. There's all these different pitchers out there,
yeah. So he just achieved that, that stat. Man, thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So we'll hopefully be sharing some more stats with you guys. Stay tuned. We have more to come. All right, and we're back to the Beat Boys podcast. We're a little nervous because we actually have our first guest here to be interviewed. And so we're a little nervous if we ask questions correct. We should have started off with like maybe some random kid like in T-ball. Instead we have like some big shot celebrities and Ramball. So it's like they're already used to being interviewed, right? And so here we are, a bunch of yahoos from Del Rio trying to interview them, but I'll let you introduce them. Go ahead.
This is my coach Raul. This is Aiden and Aaron.
So they play high school ball, both of them, but they've also played since they were kids. So Coach Raul, we're going to let you start off first with some small introductions about your boys and a little bit to where they're at, and then we'll let them introduce themselves.
Sure. My name is Raul Sanchez. These boys started playing when I got them in when Aaron was probably about 5 years old. Aiden was 4. Started a little T-ball, started playing just different sports, just baseball, basketball, soccer, anything just to keep them active.
Yeah.
And as they got older, they dropped off of soccer because they hated to run all the time.
They should have picked soccer, though. It's less expensive.
Yeah. I know.
You have to buy the $500 bats, right?
Yeah, so they dropped soccer, and then as they were going along, Aiden actually did really well in basketball. Aaron was always really tall and lanky, so he just kind of didn't fit in a little bit, it wasn't his thing. And then they actually dropped basketball, and then when they were 12, Aiden was 12 and Aaron was 13, 14, they kind of stuck with baseball full time, so they started playing league ball, little rec ball, and then we kind of fell into the little travel ball scene when they were about that age. I know some kids start really early, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old. We didn't start until the boys were 13, 14, 15 years old.
That's us right there. We started really late at it.
Yeah. I think it worked out well for us because my boys didn't burn out, so they still enjoy it. They take their breaks. But yeah, they, like, for the most part, we'll do the high school season, and then they'll do a little bit of summer. They're not too fond of playing summer league. And then we'll do a little bit of fall.
Well, they got girlfriends now, Coach. They got girlfriends and they got things they want to do on the side.
Yeah, they're busy now. Yeah, they're busy. They're doing a little detailing stuff, so they start a little business. So we have to baseball for us is more building character, building a leader, building just just teaching them to grind out different scenarios. And it was just perfect for us for me to let them start a little business. Something that's not too incredibly expensive for us to kick off, but it requires a ton of dedication from them, and most of this stuff came from just them playing sports.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But yeah, that's pretty much where they started and where they're at now, kind of in a nutshell.
All right, so we got Dad's version. Let's get the boys' version. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and your names and how you came about. Give us a little bit of introduction for you guys.
My name's Aiden Sanchez, and I started playing baseball like around 4, and I just stuck to it so far.
Very cool.
My name's Aaron Sanchez. I'm the varsity Rams pitcher. I'm going to be a senior this year, and I just graduated actually in this CBP academy that I was in, and well, I'm looking forward to that too.
The one biggest thing is, who are your role models? Who's your mentors?
My role model is my dad. I mean, that's where it started off for me. He gets me everything I need. I mean, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
need more
cool.
time to think about that. Hold on.
Is there anybody, a coach aside from your dad that's been, or a friend or anyone that you consider a mentor for you? You had a pretty strong pitching year this year. To get there was a lot. Was there someone aside from your dad that on the?
I mean, I have a friend, Wade Cooper. I mean, he's my age and doing big things like that. He's a good mentor.
Really cool.
I really look up to him. We're the same age. He just graduated actually from high school, and he's going to play D1 with Texas State.
Alright.
Yeah, and he's throwing about 95 now. So
Man.
yeah, we worked out the other day, and he showed me some stuff, and I'm gonna try to use it now.
That's cool.
I feel like my role model would be my dad. Just how Aaron said, he gets me everything I need, and just trying to be a leader like he is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've got a question for you.
All right, so what's a typical training session look like for both of you guys?
Well, and this is different for them because they actually have a training facility at their house.
Yeah.
So they get to get up and have their steak and eggs in the morning, which is high protein, and
So good right now.
and they get their protein shakes in. What does that look like for you guys?
Yeah, you can repeat it one more time.
Yeah, I got you. What does a typical training session look like for each of you?
What does your training session look like? Walk me through.
So first, I'll just start a good stretch on my legs. Start getting everything ready, and just honestly like just little drills, wiffle ball drills. Yeah, it looks like the Pringles, the can, a Pringles lid, and we use that for hand-eye coordination.
It's pretty cool.
So it's just little drills here and there.
Mine's a lot different. I stretch a lot, my upper body. I gotta be really like mobile up there. So as soon as I'm about to throw, I do all my stretches. I do the bands. I do the shoulder pull. I do plyos, and then I do a little bit of like blood work stuff too. I get the blood moving, and then I actually start throwing. Oh, I stretch the legs also. You can't forget the legs. That's a big part.
What if you could go back to the first day you picked up pitching or to a brand new pitcher? What would you say don't do?
I would say don't overthrow. A lot of people think you throw about, we'll say like 200 reps. You don't really want to throw that. You're injuring yourself. You're just hurting yourself in the long run. You're wear and tearing your muscles. Yeah, so just don't overdo it. Know your limits also.
I think that is the biggest thing, is knowing your limits, because as pitchers, you guys are placed in these scenarios where like, hey man, you're already doing good, let's go. Can you close it out? And you're like, man, I've pitched 90 pitches and I'm getting fatigued. Hey, keep going, keep going. I think for you to honestly be like, hey, I gotta save my arm, I'm done. I think that takes a lot of courage.
Right. Yeah, it does. If you're like 80 pitches in the game and it's going bad and you're still trying to push through it, just call it off. I mean, you're not gonna get anything out of it. You're already 80 pitches up.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna overdo it. For what? I
Yeah.
mean, you're already doing bad.
I think that's really important information for new pitchers that are starting, especially like in travel ball. You pitch 40, 50 pitches the night before on rec ball. Next day is a travel ball game, and all of a sudden you're starting pitchy there, and that's a scenario where if you don't control your arm,
especially in the younger ages, it's up to the parents to make sure that they're monitoring what they're throwing. I'm the first one with a clicker in my hand to make sure that we understand where Aaron's at.
I'm glad that you brought that up. Being a parent of athletes, there's the fine line of, do I say something or do I not say something?
At the end of the day, it's your child. So you're going to see that child suffer. You're going to see that child injured. You're going to see that child miss out on the rest of the season because you were too afraid to let a coach know that your child has had enough. At the end of the day, it's your child. So protect them. I mean, I'm very vocal. I know some of the coaches that are going to see this are going to understand what they're going to say. Yeah, that guy, he'll come and tell you. And, some coaches may not like it, but he's my son. And that's my job as a father, is to protect him. So just don't get it confused with complaining about playing time. That's kind of overstepping your boundaries. Like, hey, coach, my kid hasn't played. He only pitched one inning. Can we get more time? That's not our place to talk. But whenever you're protecting your child and making sure that he's healthy enough to continue, your child's already, I mean, if he's, even Aaron as an 18-year-old, we've gone to tournaments, we've gone even here with Ramball, he's gotten up to, they pitched him up to 90, 100 pitches, and I'm turning around and I would tell my wife, if it goes over one more,
we're done.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go and say something. Luckily, it hasn't gotten to that point. The coaches are very good about monitoring, which I'm very thankful for. So we haven't had to come to that point, but it's the same for the parents that are listening, the parents that are watching, just understand that your child is dependent on you to protect them.
Absolutely. Guys, this is more to Aiden and Aaron. Talk to us about what your supplements look like. What is your dietary intake? What do you eat? What does an athlete in high school that plays baseball eat after or before the season?
Before the season, I mean, we do a lot of conditioning in baseball, so I kind of try to catch up before I lose all that weight. So I eat just pretty much about anything. I pasta, a bunch of carbs, protein, just whatever I can get in.
Do you ever skip any meals? Do you wake up and you're like, man, I only ate once today? Or do you make it a point like, I got a little baggie? We're planning our
you can
meals.
always like catch up like a peanut butter and jelly, but there'll be some times where I'm doing something, I get caught up and I can only eat like twice a day. And I mean, it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to eat about 4 times a day, and in good amounts too. You can't just eat anything little.
Aiden, what do you?
Oh yeah, no, Aaron basically just said it all. Yeah.
All right, so Aaron, we know you're coming off a really strong year. This was your junior year,
Yes,
right? So you're coming off a real strong year. You had pitcher of the year. Was it honorable mention as well for Dario Ram baseball? In your mind, are you trying to psych yourself up for next year? Are you like, what? I know you're playing travel ball, South Texas Sting.
Yes, sir.
What's going on as you prep for this coming year? Is there anything that you do mentally? Is there anything that you do physically? We talked about your stretching.
Mentally, I'm trying to stay calm the whole way. I can't just freak out and be like, oh, I need to stay on it. I mean, I do need to, but you need to stay calm about it too. That's where it starts. You got to stay calm. I'm going to work twice as hard. I got to put on some more weight, get stronger, be faster also, and just hope for the best also.
Do y'all do a lot of weights?
Oh, we try to.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do flexibility, weights, mechanics, and you got to do a bunch of things, and it's hard to do them all in once. Yeah, it's hard to balance.
So when you say we try to do a lot of weights, does that mean you're in the weight room 2-3 times a week? Is that a minimum of maybe twice?
I try to be like in the 4 to 5 times a week, and if I need to, twice a day. If I feel like I didn't get a good workout in the morning, I'll go in the night and try again.
Nice, very cool. So you got big shoes to fill. Are you prepping for anything this coming year?
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying I know last year I was on JV Blue, but there'd be some games where I wouldn't start all the time. So I want to go in there with a for sure starting spot
Awesome.
and not worrying have to be on the bench. So
Awesome. So what does that mean for you as far as catching drills and working out and stuff like that? What's going on? What's going through your mind as you get ready for this coming year? Are there things that you saw last season to say I can fix it this way?
I feel like last year I was just scared, where I got moved up and I was trying to be really good, but I kept failing. So the coaches like couldn't see my full potential. So this year I'm gonna go in there calm and show them what I can do.
Yeah.
Who controls the radio on the way up and on the way back? Who's got the Bluetooth on?
My dad does. Or no, not even then. Sometimes it's just straight quiet. It's straight.
Really?
Yeah, like here's the road.
Especially after a bad game, right?
Yeah, it's quiet.
Well, you know, we're so proud to have the Sanchez boys here. Like I said, there's so much real talent that's coming out of here, and we're sad just to hear they don't pursue this career after high school, but we're happy that they do while they're in high school. And so, you know, generations coming up after them, you know, my son Papo's coming up, and we got a bunch of other boys that are coming up. That's the important thing, and that's what we need to showcase. We need to showcase what people don't get to see all the time, and that's the long trips, and that's the sacrifices, and that's the dad missing 3-4 days out of the week to go and do what they got to do. And so big shout out to them. Guys, we're going to give you about 30 seconds. The floor is yours. Coaches that you've had before, things that you want to get off your chest, and thanks you want to give, it's all yours. Y'all go ahead.
You know what? Just a little shout out here. I know I post this stuff all the time on Facebook. It's Todd Coburn. He was able to make me understand what catching was about. That way I could spend more time with my boys, and in turn I could help Aaron too. But he's helped me out tremendously, try to understand the game. If I have questions, I mean, there's no reason why a big name like him should answer my text message at 11 o'clock at night, you know. Jake Robles has been great to us, Texas Sting. Coach De La Garza over in Eagle Pass, he's a great man. Jesse Mojica, I mean, I could just continue to go on. There's been so many great coaches that have come across. Cheekies, Coach Limon. I mean, holy smokes, we're going back to, you know, 10 years ago, you know. Yeah. But all those men that volunteer their time and help us out. Lavelle Morgan too, kind of got Aaron out of his shell. So yeah, there's a ton for me specifically that I think have contributed to my boys' success.
Just to cover up what my dad was saying, I feel like the one coach that helped me a lot was Todd Coburn. He helped me understand, like,
sorry to interrupt you. Where does he come from? How did y'all make interaction with him?
Todd Coburn is actually on social media as the catching guy. Todd Coburn is a ex Major League Baseball catcher, turned into a coach. I think he's been coaching just specific catchers for the last, 15, 20 years. He travels the country just putting on showcases. He brings on Major League Baseball catchers or catching coaches to his camps and has them work with the boys.
Nice.
He's got classroom settings. He's got drills. I mean, it's just 8 hours of solid, nothing but catching.
How did you guys run into him?
Social media. I mean, I was just looking for something drills. So I went on YouTube and put catching drills, and boom, here's Todd Coburn. And I just so happened to find that he had a social media account. And then he ended up coming to San Antonio or outside of San Antonio one time, and we booked a trip. And no, I'm lying, it was in Arlington, I think. So we went to Arlington and checked it out. And we were hooked from then. I mean, the information he gave us, the way he makes these kids understand. I actually went through his coach's program, so I learned how to coach kids. I mean, just a lot of great information. But yeah, I've been able to teach other catchers too, based on the information that he gives me. So yeah, he's definitely a big part of his catching game.
Awesome.
Coach, you want to think?
One of the main coaches that I think really helped me was Coach Lavelle. He's from San Antonio, with the San Antonio Bombers. Whenever I was injured, I didn't really want to use my right arm. I was stuck in the sling for about, I would say, like 6 months, the whole summer, and then up to like fall, coming up towards fall ball. And I remember I was in D-bat, and I was swinging a bat, and I was like swinging it like halfway. And he told me, just take full swing, and I took a full swing, and if I didn't feel anything, kind of just got me out of my shell from there. And then he saw me like I was being kind of careful with my arm, and he told me just throw it. if it's gonna blow, it'll blow right now, and you'll fix it later. And if not, well, you're already out of your shell. So, I mean, I threw the ball, and yeah, I got out of my shell, and then I'm here now, pitcher of the year with the Rams. So he really brought me out like that.
Awesome. So also, before we go, your dad said you got a business, so you're an entrepreneur. Plug in your business. What is it?
Yeah, it's Sanchez Mobile Detailing on Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. Awesome. And then we got another business, a small business that barely makes any money, right?
Yeah, so we got Sanchez Roofing.
Attaboy.
So if you guys want to give us any business that we can pay for these trips over here, we'd be more than happy to.
You'll find them down here or up here. We'll put it up right now.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Put it up on the podcast.
Yeah. And then we actually helping Papo so we can get to Louisiana,
That's
right?
Thank you for
So
that.
the first, I mean, I'm always for it. You know, these, especially with the kids that I see that are putting in the work. You know.
Well, and that's what that was gonna be my last part about what you do is you've done all this stuff for your boys, which is this little big, but you do a lot for the community, right? And you do a lot for small businesses,
Right.
And most importantly is you do a lot for minority small businesses. And when you're in small business, 1 minute you're on top, and then the next minute you're struggling to stay alive, whether that's a busy season, slow season.
Right.
And so to be able to say I made it past 4 months, I made it past 5 years, I made it past 6 years as a small business is tremendous.
Right.
We have a small business, and Nelly's like, I thought we owned a business. I'm like, yeah, but it's not always us first. And
Right.
so we commend you and what you do. And on top of that, to be able to donate to the All-Stars and be one of the first ones to donate. I think Papo reached out to you and you said, heck yeah, let's do it. And so we got a picture with you. It's on our social media.
Yeah.
We got a picture with the boys. The boys have taken Papo in and helped him out. And you've got a whole complex at your house. And we should have done this podcast at your house.
Yeah.
Because you guys got a whole complex. And then we could have swam afterwards in the pool.
Yeah.
But the boys have been great. And I've always seen them mentor, and I've always seen them look out after the young ones and everyone that's growing up. And that's just a reflection of you and your wife and what you guys have done in your family. So we can't thank you enough, Coach, for being here with us for our second episode. And we're sorry, guys, that we crashed and burned, but we try our best. And we should have gotten some T-ballers to our interview the very first time. We got some celebrities right off the bat.
No, we love it. It's great. Thanks for inviting us.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys. Thank you, guys. Join us, like and subscribe. We'll be back next week. Thanks.